Hello and welcome to a Thunderstorm Books unboxing. You can tell by the colored packing label there. Plus it says Thunderstorm Books, which, it's usually a dead giveaway. One of the other Pauls in the publishing business. This one's Paul G. And this, my friends, is I Will Always Find You, I believe is the title of this one. It is the Complete Slattery Falls by Brennan LeFaro. I believe it's I Will Always Find You. Oh, Brennan, not Brendan. Brennan, no D. Brennan LeFaro. So this was one, it's part of their Black Voltage line, which is the main line from Thunderstorm Books. Oh, I taped myself. Typical of Thunderstorm Books publications, you're not going to have the title on the spine. You just have more and more artwork. This one features the incredible artwork of Francois Vaillancourt taking a break from his Levidian titles to do some Thunderstorm treatment. So this is a trilogy. There are 3 novels. I Will Always Find You. There are 3 novels in the Slattery Falls series, plus a novella that is exclusive to this edition. Just like the other Thunderstorm books. Wow, that looks a little crowded there. Get rid of the jacket for now. You kind of have the black bonded leather with the title kind of emboxed there, which is a very large title compared to what I normally see. Again, nothing on the spine. You got a little bit of wear on the boards there. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit of wear. And similar to all Thunderstorm editions, you have some of the best end papers in the business. Beautiful, kind of handmade cloth. It's just stunning. This was limited to 52 copies, signed by Brennan LeFaro. This is copy number 49. I can't speak for the titles themselves, but they did say that all 3 titles are kind of incorporated within the artwork. So, awesome job, Francois. So, I think hopefully there is a table of contents for Aaron. This is always your story. You got acknowledgments. There we go. Paul. There are a table of contents. There we go. We're one step above and beyond the complete Southern Reach trilogy. So we have an introduction, new introduction by LeFaro. We have Slattery Falls, the first novel in which a trio of teens, are they teenagers? I'm not sure. I'm just going off the synopsis I read online. Go to Slattery Falls, which is a small village in Massachusetts. They're I don't want to say ghost hunters. They're ghost trackers. They want to stay in some creepy places. And so they stay in the Weeks house, which is the house of a serial killer, the town's dreaded Weeks family. I'm not really sure there. And some crazy stuff must go on. 100 pages later, we have Decimated Dreams, the second title, which takes place several years later. I'm not going to say anything further because I read the description of that on Goodreads, and it contains spoilers for the first one. So, oops. Third one, I believe, is immediately after the second one. But again, not going into spoiler territory. And in The Orphan's Revenge by Anthony J. Stone, Anthony J. Stone is a character within the story, I believe. Orphan's Revenge taking place within the world you loved. So I will say I've read one. Wow, these are some short chapters. I've read one Thunderstorm book. I'm currently in the process of reading another. I have several Thunderstorm books, and I love the quality of them. It's, nice little stark, bright white paper. The paper itself might not be anything too fancy, but the end papers are always superb. The one that I did read did have a bunch of typos in it, but I don't think that was part of the fault of the publisher. I think that was just some bad proofreading on that one. Unfortunately, you're not really getting anything fancy in terms of I think it is still just a glued spine. But that's fine. It's A-okay. We're not talking anything huge or in terms of the volumes itself. So you can very, very well read this without breaking that spine. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Got a lot of good reviews. A lot of great praise. Much like other Thunderstorm books, it is very limited. So this was limited to 52 copies. 52 is kind of like the normal range for them. Usually it's like no more than 100. Sometimes you do get titles that are over 100 copies, such as the Paul Tremblay titles, or ones that have an open pre-order period. One thing that Paul likes to do, or has done in recent years, is say, okay, the title will be limited to however many are in pre-order in the next month. So that happened with a bunch of Brian Keene titles. It happened with the horror at Pleasant Brook. It happened with the Philip Ricassi titles. So you get very much the same standard, high quality standard, but the same kind of aesthetic with each of these titles. Very low print runs. Even the highest ones are no more than just a few hundred. So if you want to pick these up, be sure to subscribe to Thunderstorm Books newsletter, because they go fast. They do have a bunch of titles available right now on their website. The aforementioned Paul Tremblay titles have been hanging on for a while. That's very surprising. Probably because they're crime novels, and Thunderstorm usually specializes in horror, so they're not as big on crime. And Road of Bones, which is actually what I'm currently reading, is still available as well in a special edition by Christopher Golden. I'm surprised that one's still available, because that book was very popular. It got a lot of praise last year when it came out. But anyways, check out Thunderstorm Books. They do a superb job. I gotta say, I am a little bummed that Francois did not sign this. I was actually thinking earlier when I was refreshing myself on who did the artwork, and I saw it was Francois. I was thinking, I wonder which artist I have the most signatures for, and I still don't know what definitive answer, because I am not crazy enough to go out and try to count them. But I would want to say that Francois Vaillancourt is probably amongst one of the most abundant signatures I have, as far as artists go, at least. Just because he's done so much for Levidian. And I've been a huge Levidian supporter. I've been a very big fan of Levidian's publications. That I've been buying all those titles along the way. So it's a bummer not to get a signature here. This is sold out through Thunderstorm Books, so you probably have to go to the secondary market to pick it up. That being said, I wonder if Francois has any copies. What he usually does, there is a Fans of Francois group on Facebook, or he has his own Patreon. I know he does get his artist copies of the books he works on, and he will sell those with remarks. So I don't know if he got any copies of the Slattery Falls trilogy here, but if he did, you could get a copy with a Francois signature and even a remark, perhaps. So you should definitely hit up Francois. If not, you should hit him up and just tell him how awesome his artwork is, because it is. He recently just shared a picture. He's at the Merrimack Book Festival. I'm probably saying the name wrong. I know it's in Merrimack. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm showing off some prints. And one of the prints he showed was very reminiscent of Boys in the Valley. Like, he's just kicking ass. It's not Boys in the Valley. But anyways, I'm just praising Francois now, going way off the deep end. So seriously, shout out to Brennan LeFaro. Shout out to Thunderstorm Books. I will give this a read and give this a review. Like I said, I'm reading another Thunderstorm book right now. I got two that I'm planning on reading. Two that I'm planning on reading pretty much back-to-back, pretty close to back-to-back. So I'll be doing book reviews for those once they're completed. So please consider liking and subscribing if you want to see those book reviews, or if you want to just see more of the way too many unboxings that I do. Too many books, too little time to read them. So I'm playing some catch-up with my book reviews. Thank you guys very much for watching. Check out Thunderstorm Books, and we'll see you around next time.